right next to it. You then have the roots, and then you're going to need to come to your pot.
Wander around Chico High School, and you may think you're actually visiting some vibrant business park with a busy plant nursery, an industrial plant with welding and sophisticated plasma cutting machines turning out designs that are then powder coated and baked to a shiny finish. Or even an architectural and engineering firm where you'll see 3D models of new buildings, or the latest labor-saving kitchen devices. But all this is part of Chico High's ambitious effort to provide their students a half-dozen college and career pathways in technical education, starting in their freshman year. Principal Mark Beebe says the goal is to guide them to their choice of community college, a technical school, or Cal State or the University of California.
The more relevant we can make it at the high school level to send a student out college and career ready, that's extremely important to our students and our families.
The school's pathways include health, the arts and media, and information technology. 18 schools in the Butte and Glenn County region successfully applied together for a Career Pathways Trust Grant from the State Department of Education. Chico High's success has earned it a Gold Ribbon Schools Award for meeting the state's new academic content and standards.
What seed did you plant? Cilantro? Yeah, are you guys going to take that home and eat it?
Appropriate for this rural community, one of the biggest and most popular pathways is agriculture. Ag chemistry teacher Courtney Champlin is challenging her students to identify and analyze the best fertilizer for these seedlings. But she and other educators say it's much more than just learning chemistry and plant biology. It's also life skills.
Are we producing people that are going to be good citizens and be a positive person in the world and within their community? With us and with the ag industry and with our pathway, we really take that to heart and we make sure that that's something that we pursue with our students.
A lot of times in high school and even in college, most students have no idea what they want to do. So this even gives them the opportunity to dabble in these pathways. And so having that available to them really gives them a motivation and drive, and then it helps them by organizing their classes for the next few years and really giving them those skills that they need to be successful.
A key component of a pathway education is clearly defined class schedules. From 9th through 12th grade, students know exactly what classes to take each year to satisfy all their requirements and meet all state academic content and performance standards. Their path can be customized to best prepare them for technical or community college, Cal State or UC. And they're provided academic exit ramps should they change their minds and decide on a different path.
A lot of people are confused in what they want to do, and a career pathway really sets you on, like how it's called, a pathway to your future.
If there's not a pathway, then you kind of have to go on your own, and I think a lot of kids have trouble with figuring out how to go on their own because there's a lot of options, so the pathway really sets it up for you.
Here in the agriculture, mechanics, and manufacturing section, even the freshman 14-year-olds are wielding the acetylene torches. They go from designing to cutting to welding to the final powder coating of their metal designs.
I think it's super duper cool because you just get like a list of classes you need to take, and then you can just have that career from then on, and you're just set.
Even though I'm not really sure what I'm going to do in the future, I think that this could definitely be something I could do.
These kids can take the skills that they are learning currently right now in this CTE program and get a job right away with a great foundation to run or be highly trained in that particular piece of equipment.
The architect was wanting us to do a rock texture, correct?
Administrators, teachers, and students all say these pathways simply wouldn't be as successful without extensive involvement from local businesses. These students in this architecture pathway are creating 3D models for a local architecture firm for an actual building project, a new animal shelter.
The people they're trying to hire right now don't even have the understanding of the programs that we have as high school students. It's really given me a focus into maybe what I want to do with the rest of my life, and so I think that pathway has created that opportunity for me.
I tried working on the hinge for the...
Over on the engineering team, students are designing a new line of wooden sunglasses for a local manufacturer, designs that may actually become part of the company's product line.
We're not just a bunch of high schoolers doing projects that we're going to get graded on. We're working for professional industries, and it really ups the standards that we have to do, so it ultimately makes all of us better students.
Some of these pathways provide college credit at nearby Cal State Chico or Butte College. Others, like welding, offer certificates that lead directly to jobs. Career tech programs can be challenging to set up and expensive to maintain, but studies show that kids in pathways have higher graduation rates. State funding is still available to start new programs and can be built into schools' local funding formulas.
They want high schools and districts to see that CTE is important and to build that into your local budget so that you can sustain and maintain the programs.
Students and educators say Chico's success convinces them it's something nearly every California school should try.
Career pathways give students purpose and open their eyes to other options available to them. I think the businesses would be the first to tell you, we need more of this.
Perhaps this school's most dramatic success story? Engineering Pathways inspired Hallie to invent some new mason jar lids, a cutting board, and microwave-safe thermos, products that earned this senior third place in a national design competition.
It has definitely opened up my idea of how engineering is involved in kind of every aspect of life. So I'm very grateful for this pathway because I've learned so much throughout the years.
Architecture is a popular career pathway for today's students looking for a high-skill, high-wage job. But 100 years ago, people may have had a different motivation, like an Olympic medal. For the first 4 decades of the modern Olympic Games, medals were awarded to architects for sports-related submissions. That included athletic stadiums, playing fields, swimming pools, and even ski jumps.